Okay, for our next speaker, it's going to be Gary, KC3PO, and he's going to be giving a talk on field day plans.
This is kind of an abbreviated presentation. You guys will be happy because we went on with the rest of the meeting. I premeditated that or whatever. But I'm going to hit the main points. As you know, earlier I did a survey. Overwhelmingly, everybody wanted to have camaraderie, have fun, all that kind of stuff. We're really making an effort to focus on that. There were a few people that wanted to bang the keys and operate and so on too. We're going to give them the ability to do that as well. Try to meet a happy medium, but we're not going to do the operating at the expense of the camaraderie. Of course, camaraderie would be a lot better if we had a cook. Just saying. Dates that are coming up, June 11th, next Monday, is the final planning meeting at Denny's in Newcastle. Then June 22nd, 10 o'clock-ish, noonish, we'll start the setup. The 23rd and 24th will be field day. This is last year's set. This is just, I wanted to go ahead and put this slide up just to give a baseline of where we were at last year. It actually worked pretty well. But we had a 80 meter wire here. We had 40 and 15 here. We had a single tri-bander, and we had a G5 RV for the GOTA station. We had 2 meter on tower. We had 6 meter beam, and that's about it. We're expanding a little bit this year. We've got 3 80 meter doublets, and one is actually oriented this way to give us a better shot at Washington. There's a significant number of clubs up in Washington, Oregon, and Alaska, and British Columbia, and then down south, obviously Southern California. This will give us access to at least a couple hundred clubs that we hit last year, but we were kind of weak on, to be honest, at least in some bands. And then we've got the same doublet here, and then the 40, we're going to 80, and then these are tunable. They're doublets. They're tunable. They're balanced line, which also means that we need balanced line tuners, or the 4-to-1 bond. Let that go by real quick. So make sure if you've got a station, make sure you've got the right tuner requirements. We can work with you on that too, and we'll discuss that on Monday as well. I think there's enough tuners kicking around. Brian mentioned that he had, I think, 2. I've got 1. I actually have 2 if you want to use an old Drake that I picked up at the elephant sale. It works, but it's a good balanced tuner as well. But I'm sure there's a couple others around too. Another ad is a 160 end-fed inverted L, where we're going to set it up as a inverted L. It's a half-wave wire, end-fed, and it'll cover 160, 80, and 40, also 60, but we're not going to be operating on 60. And then we've got a hex beam, which is new. The existing tri-bander that we had last year, I think we've got access to it again this year, and then potentially another tri-bander. And with the triplexer, we should be able to put almost all stations on a beam. So during the day, we should have pretty good access to the 15 meter and 20 meter, maybe 10 meter if it's on. And another thing, again, with the camaraderie and the family, we've got a designated tent area for tent camping. And then this is where the 20 by 20 pop-up is going to be. GOTA is going to be pretty much in the same place as last year. The stations are going to be clustered reasonably tight so we can watch each other's equipment. If somebody wants to step away for a while or whatever, security during the night, we'll have at least somebody up pretty much at all times so we can keep an eye on the equipment. Any questions on the map? Yes?
The tri-bander and the X-beam won't require belts to.
Correct. And actually, the end-fed won't require it. It's coax fed, so that's not balanced either.
So, a minor detail guy that drops the porta potty typically doesn't go that far into the property, so you may have to get a hold of him when he shows up to get it all the way over there.
Okay.
They're light.
Yeah, that's a good point. And we intentionally moved it up there, at least on the map, to get it away from the tent area a little bit for smell reasons, so on. So we can be somewhat flexible with where the porta potty is, but that's the spot that we chose to stick it.
We'll have to check the prevailing wind.
Exactly.
We don't want the tent area to smell like roses.
Sounds good to me.
We will be operating 4 Alpha, same as last year. We'll have a go-to station. The go-to station is AI 6 US's, Flex 6300 or 6400? 6300. So that's if you've never seen one of those in action, it's a very slick machine, and it's very intuitive for new users and so on. Then we're going to have a fun station, which is ICOM IC7300, which is touchscreen and so on. And that'll be available to people that just want to casually make some cues, just mostly voice, I think. And that'll be for the people that just want to have some fun. And then we'll have a couple KX3s with 100 watt amps. And then another thing that's a little bit different this year, we're going to have a dedicated digital station. And Orion's heading that up. And he's already done some FT8. And there's another FT8 test. Is that next weekend, next Saturday? Again, I'm not available next Saturday either. Okay. But have you tried the new?
I haven't tried the new one.
Okay, it's supposed to be better.
It's awesome.
And then VHF station and VH station, we moved up the hill from last year to get a little bit better elevation. And I actually did a plot of my coverage, and I've got really good coverage of the entire Sacramento Valley and so on. So I'm going to just pound it with even 2 meter and 6 meter and everything else. And we're using the same logging software as last year, the NJF3P. And Dennis is heading that up. And I need to get the new version on my machine. I need to get the key from there, I guess. Digital modes, RIDI, PSK, and FT8. Okay, a couple members did state that they wanted goals, and I appreciate that. Even though we're having fun, we can have some goals along the way too, especially if they're not huge goals. I mean, last year we had fun, right? We didn't push things too hard or anything. We missed being top in Sierra Victus section by 200 points. And that's, a couple bonus things that, we left laying on the table or whatever. So just a little bit more attention to bonus points, and obviously some more cues and so on. We could be #1 in Sierra Victor, and we could easily be in the top 10 in the Pacific Division, I think. So that's my stated goals, and I don't think they're too aggressive. We do have a VIP guest that agreed to show up, the Placer County Supervisor, Jennifer Montgomery. She's been invited, she agreed to show, and we'll hit her with another invite a couple days ahead or that week or whatever.
She did have one concern about coming though. She's afraid her husband who's coming with her might pick up a new hobby. So, let's work on that one real hard.
We do have some needs still. We don't have, in the past I guess we've had a source of tables and chairs from a hall or something like that. We don't have that this year. So I asked that everybody that has chairs and tables, like I've got one of those big Costco tables similar to the one that Brian's sitting at, and I'm sure a bunch of other people have those. You can bring those along. That would be helpful. Bring a dish, side dish for the Saturday potluck. We still need a barbecuer in chief. We do have a backup plan for that. Basically, someone, I think it was Richard, mentioned that we could just pre-make some food or even buy it third party and then just warm it up in the RVs or something like that. I don't know, with the VIP coming in and everything, it'd be nice to have a full-born barbecue.
Do we have a
barbecue?
I don't think anybody's offered a barbecue. I'm sure we could probably put one together, but nobody said, hey, I'm bringing mine up. And nobody's come
I have a
forward.
3-burner that I've offered, so
Okay.
I can't get it up there. I'm always kind of up to capacity. So if we have a barbecue or a chief, it's a nice 3-burner. A couple other people have mentioned that they have them available too, so.
We could, I'm sure we could put a barbecue or a chief together.
Probably just
I mean,
go through, rotate through a bunch of people.
I don't know if you guys would want me to be the head chef.
Oh, you need somebody to burn some meat?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
I can commit to a vice
You're gonna burn what?
Well, I think we probably ought to pick this, we do have the meeting on Monday, and hopefully we can get it nailed down by then. We just, it's, in the past, it's been done in one of those big Weber kettles, chicken and tri-tip, and just cook it low and slow. And it doesn't take really a lot you don't have to sit right on top of it or anything. If I wasn't running the whole thing, I would be happy to volunteer for that. And actually, if there's like 2 or 3 different people that we could do shift work or whatever, then I could pitch in too. And again, with the having fun theme and the tent area, yes.
It sounds like Bob and Sean here are, Bob's our chef and Sean's our sous chef, so. Right? And Ryan's got the barbecue, so between the two of you, figure out how you're gonna make this barbecue.
That's some great arm twisting.
There you go.
You should be president again next year.
Thanks,
Chef
guys.
Paul.
Diversity for the KCC and Rotary.
Summary.
Hey, Gary.
Cooking channel.
Oh yeah, get that on YouTube. Questions?
I just wanted to mention, please RSVP if you want breakfast. Lynn and I will be making breakfast for free for everybody who would like to have breakfast, pancakes, sausage, eggs, coffee, and OJ. So all I'm asking, bring an appetite and let me know in advance. Please RSVP. Please RSVP.
Yep.
Please RSVP.
I'll come.
Saturday. Yeah.
How do you want the RSVPs done?
Want to by email.
Specify email address
to
at whatever.
Yeah, the email address is ai6us@titaniumsatellite.com. I'm on the gift registry. I'm on the registry for the club, or just check out the Groups IO thing that I sent out. And Orion, you're going to do a draft to all the members. Okay. So you will get another notice, but please let me know so I make sure I have enough of all the good stuff.
Hey, Brian, why don't you put a poll out there on Groups IO and we can just check yes or no or whatever detail you want on the poll, and then you've got a head count. You don't need names, right? You just need head count.
Okay.
And objects.
But that would require everybody to do bio.
Right.
Okay, I love it.
Or they can respond by email.
Okay. Good suggestion. I'll do that tomorrow.
Have fun and learn. We're hoping to keep the stations a little bit more active, especially through the night. So if we've got any night owls like myself or whatever, let's sign up for late hours. And we're going to spend, we've actually got individuals, and this will be covered in the meeting on Monday as well. We've got individuals assigned to almost every bonus point opportunity. So we're going to try to track those a little closer. And done a couple tweaks on everything based on the survey that we sent out. Call-in frequency is the same as last year, and this is up on the ARRL map already. It has been for a couple months. And I plan to hit some other like Craigslist and Facebook and Yelp. Just try to get the word out as much as possible. We've got the Twitter account, and we also get bonus points for social media.
And we've got a APRS object, WCCK.F.
Don't at this point.
We do, it's already up.
Oh, we do? Okay. Great.
We're beaconing it. Question, I have a telescope I was thinking of bringing for some night diversion.
Okay,
That be reasonable?
yeah,
Anybody
I got one too.
interested?
I'll bring one too.
8-inch? Big one?
Mine's 10-inch.
Yay. I'll trade you.
Okay. No, we're not competing. Okay, any other questions? That's it. Thank you very much. See you in a couple of weeks.